Johnny Murray here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Stalker 2. Now, this is a game I've been wanting to talk about for a long time because I've been very excited for Stalker 2, specifically Heart of Chernobyl. And this is such an interesting game to talk about because, obviously, this has been a game that was announced so long ago that looks phenomenal, and unfortunately does keep on getting delayed, but this is also where the unfortunate circumstance comes in, is because of the situation going on with the studio and where they are located in Ukraine. And this has really just been a game that I've been following ever since it was announced, and just over the years has gotten to look better and better to the point where I'm so ready and I'm so confident that this game is going to be fantastic. The release date can't come soon enough, and I do believe the most recent delay did get pushed back to November 20th. And so yeah, we're going to talk about Stalker 2. I have a bunch of information off of the 35-minute deep dive that just took place like yesterday, I do believe. And yeah, we have exploration, character, story, progression, enemies, gameplay, and more to talk about. Super excited. If you guys love video games, indie games, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, it don't matter. If you guys love video games, consider subscribing, sharing with your friends. I really do appreciate any support you guys give me, especially when this video. We love video games here, and that's why we're here. We're talking about it daily. But let's get started talking about Stalker 2. So, GSC Game World is the studio developing Stalker 2, and they are based in Ukraine. Now, due to the world events going around and just the unfortunate situation that is happening over in Ukraine, there's obvious reasons why this game has kept on getting delayed and why it has taken as long as it had. Now, this game was originally, I think, supposed to release in 2022, maybe even 2021, and obviously now it's 2024 and it's still not out. But the thing is, this is a game that everybody is absolutely okay waiting for. You know, there's one side of the story where you just keep on delaying because there just keeps on being management problems. There keeps on being just creative decisions that aren't working. But then there are another set of issues where genuine issues where you just can't release a product. And this is one of those moments, and the great thing is this game has looked fantastic every single time. So it's really just a matter of letting that team get everything situated to the point where they are ready to release the product that I'm sure they've been putting their heart and passion into for the last couple years. And that's honestly my biggest thing I'd love to say about this game is when you look at this game, you could just see heart, passion, and time and effort poured into it. Every texture, every view, every animation just looks like they put so much passion and care into it. And that's what makes a great game. A great game is something that developers want to make. That is the whole art form of a video game. Yes, I can stare at a screen and click buttons, but it's so much deeper than that. Hundreds of people spend years of their life developing something for our enjoyment. There are themes, there are so many aspects that make a video game great. Don't just take things at face value sometimes. Sometimes you really have to appreciate what is being laid out in front of you, and this is a game that I feel like is going to scream that through the screen that you are playing. It is just in the trailers that we've shown, it just screams passion. The fact that they've done a 35-minute deep dive, the fact that they've had so many trailers, the fact that they've showed up in so many places, it tells you that they care and they want people to play and enjoy this game, and I believe I will. Now, we have a bunch of information that we're going to be talking about, specifically about the developer deep dive. Now, I've never actually played the original Stalker, so that is something I would like to say. So I'm kind of going into this completely blind. I may try to just dabble into the first game. I doubt I'll be able to play the full first game by the time this game releases, just because there's so many other games that are going to be coming out. Won't have the time for that. But yeah, I'm just very excited to see what this game's all about. I really don't know the general plot, but I guess we're going to find out. But let's get started talking about exploration. Now, this game is, I do believe, open world. And the weird thing is we've heard this game is huge. We've heard this game is huge, and they're really taking a step up, and they're really going big on scale. And honestly, there's two key points I have here that we're going to talk about that absolutely confirm this. And the first one is that there are 20 regions that will be available to be explored. Each with their own residents, architecture, nature, and anomalies. So I don't exactly know what anomalies mean, but I'm assuming it's just stuff to do with the Stalker story. It's going to be like these weird zones that just have wacky stuff and cool story things, elements to it. But yeah, they're each going to have their own architecture, nature, and resonance, meaning every environment is going to feel different. It's going to look different. It's going to play differently. And that's absolutely awesome. For an open world game, having 20 different areas that all feel unique in their own way, that's huge. That's awesome. It's going to keep the game feeling fresh. It's going to feel the game exciting. I can't wait to find the next area. I can't wait to go to the next region instead of just, oh, I guess I have to walk all the way there now. Get my picture. And then the other part is that you will be free to explore anywhere without restriction. So I actually did watch the developer deep dive. I didn't like. I was doing other things while in the background while watching that. But one of the things that they were talking about that could caught my eye is that you can absolutely go anywhere, do anything. Like if you wanted to go up this building, you can. If you wanted to like just go to that tree like 20,000 meters in the distance, you can. If you want to go underground in this one section, you can't. Like there are no walls that restrict you from doing things. Like you can genuinely walk, climb, go anywhere. It is fully explorable. Match that with 20 unique regions, the exploration is going to be absolutely insane, and I cannot wait. Let's go to the character/story. Now, this is something, again, I'm very interested. I think, if anything, this is going to be the biggest key factor for if I end up loving this game or not, because genuinely, I already think the gameplay, the world, the visuals, the music, and everything look fantastic. I genuinely just think it'll be, do I connect with the story and the world that they are showing and giving us here? And so, the main character is Skiff. He is a common person with a complex destiny, is what they explain. So I'm assuming it's just going to be one of those stories where you are kind of the chosen one, or you are the one who's going to have to rise up. You know, you are the one who's going to have to step up and do whatever they're trying to do. Choices can be made that will affect outcomes to quest and stories. So, okay, classic RPG elements here. Absolutely love that. The big thing here, though, for me is, will they feel impactful? Will they be something that you have to sit on and think of? Not just, yeah, sure, why not? I'll pick this one. Will it be like something, oh, do I go with that one? Oh, but that option seems pretty cool. Oh, but what if I do that? What happened? You know, I want choices that really make an impact, that make me feel like I need to genuinely think about the choices that I'm making rather than just doing it for the heck of it. And then this one is really cool, that there is 3 hours of cutscene footage. So this is kind of a double-edged sword here. Not in like there's a bad and a good thing. It's more or less, this could either go one way, or this could be interpreted another way. The fact there's 3 hours of cutscenes. Number one, that's a lot of cutscenes. Like 3 hours worth of cutscenes, you know, considering like something like Resident Evil 2 or something is like 10 hours long. 3 hours of cutscenes, that's a lot of cutscenes. But then the other part of this is that a lot of cutscenes, or is that a little bit of cutscenes? Because we did hear that this game would probably take around 30 to 40 hours. I don't know if that's confirmed. I don't know if that's true. I don't think the director has officially confirmed that. That's kind of just the rumor going around right now. If it is 30 to 40 hours, 3 hours really isn't that long then. So it's like, okay, 3 hours is a lot, but compared to what? You know, what are we comparing it to? Are we comparing it to 40 hours? Because 3 hours is then not a lot. But if we're comparing it to, like, let's say a 20-hour game, bet. 3 hours of cutscene seems awesome. I am a big cutscene person. I love just the cinematography, the performances. Everything is going to really matter in those 3 hours of cutscenes. But nonetheless, very interesting information there. And then let's get talking about the gameplay. There are 35 available weapons, each being customizable to your needs. That's a lot of weapons. That's a lot of weapons. Now, I don't know if there are different types of weapons. Like, I'm assuming because it's a shooter, you're going to get snipers, shotguns, pistols, SMGs, AR, stuff like that. I don't know if there's going to be, like, flamethrowers, laser gun. I don't know. I don't know what. This game does seem like it's going off the walls a little bit, so who knows? And that was a good comment, by the way. I love the fact that they're experimenting with a bunch of different types of weapons and stuff. But, yeah, I don't know if there's classes to weapons or tiers or whatnot. All we know is that there are 35 available weapons, and that is pretty good. Not all anomalies will be dangerous, like the cushion anomaly, which prevents fall damage when landed on. So, again, I think anomalies are just like things in the world, areas in the world that just give different effects, have different things to make the open world feel more lived in and just feel full, like there are things to do. I think that is what anomalies are. Again, I'm not for sure on that. Limited carry weight means you'll be forced to decide what to bring and what to leave behind. Now, I know some people may find something like this in games annoying, having like a weight limit. I actually really like it, as long as they like do it right. As long as it's not like you have to be like bare bones majority of the game, that's fine. I actually really enjoy things like this because it makes it just like you actually have to think about things. You actually have to plan out your missions. You actually have to take care of your character rather than just speed run through the game. You know, you actually have to make your every quest choice. What do I bring? What do I don't? I really like that. It just adds a whole nother layer to thought process going on behind the game. Factions can change leadership or even disband altogether. So yeah, this is something that they've explained, that there are going to be multiple factions that you're going to be able to interact with, and I guess some choices that you may make could lead to them changing leadership or disbanding altogether, and that's really interesting. I'm curious how that'll work. Faction the Loners, a reclusive group that prefers to be alone or in small groups. The faction the Duty, a group that is committed to military discipline and order. So again, there's gonna be multiple factions, all very different, all with their own different motives and morals. I like that. Skiff's needs must be maintained by eating and sleeping. Ignoring them can cause detriment to your survival odds. So this genuinely does seem like a full-on immersive game. You have to worry about your weight. You have to worry about sleeping. You have to worry about eating. I'm assuming you have to worry about drinking. Stuff like that. All this seems really, really good. And put that in a open world horror game. This seems like it's really going all out to immerse the player in this world. And I absolutely love that. Progression. A core part of progression is off the path exploration to find new equipment. So again, I like this. It makes exploring, it makes the open world worth it. There are a lot of games where it is open world, but you really could just mainline the main story and have all the cool, awesome things and do all the fun things and really just experience a majority of the game. Whereas in something like this, the open world should not be your game. It should be something in a game to help enhance it. This sounds like what an open world should be. A core part of progression is off the path exploration to find equipment, having to maintain sleep, having to worry about your weight, having anomalies spread out throughout the whole thing to integrate the story and world building, 20 regions that are fully unique. That is what open world should be. Something without restrictions that they've already talked about. Open world seems really brought to life in this game, and I absolutely love that. And then there is no leveling system implemented. Instead, you progress through your equipment and experiences, which allow you to react to situations better. So this is a thing of like, if you find a piece of equipment, you may not know how to use that piece of equipment until you practice with it, until you experience with it. You may find a new piece of, you may find a new gadget, go to a quest, not know how to use the gadget, but once you figure it out, then the next quest, you'll be great with it. I actually really like this. Again, this is completely the immersion. The game isn't going to hand you things. The game isn't going to put things in your face and be like, here, have fun with it. You need to experience it for yourself. And I absolutely love that. And it allows you to react to situations better. Absolutely love that. I think the wording here, and I'm going specifically what they said in the deep dive. No leveling system is implemented. Instead, you progress through your equipment and experiences, which allow you to react to situations better. That wording is so great, and I absolutely love that. It makes me very, very excited. And then we talk about the enemies real quick. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these things, but Pseudodog, a mutant creating illusions, phantoms of other dogs that are identical and requires you to kill the real one to survive. Bayan the cat, a mutant that can mimic stalkers crying out for help. That's insane. And the controller, a mutant that raises the amount of radiation in the area which with each attack they are best dealt with quickly. So again, they're just adding so many things to make this open world feel alive and feel meaningful. The fact that there's just going to be enemies everywhere, all shapes and sizes, all different meanings and abilities, that you're going to have to decide how to tackle these enemies, how to get through these areas. You may hear a stalker crying out for help. It could end up being one of these cats. You may see other dogs, and then next thing you know, there's some that aren't real dogs, and there's some are real, and you're going to have to go. Very interesting. I just have a feeling going through this world is just going to be a surprise after surprise after a question mark after a question mark. And a game like this is going to strive in all these aspects. The fact that it's horror, the fact that this is such an interesting world and concept that they're building here. I really do think the gameplay is going to be phenomenal in this game. I genuinely think the visuals, music, everything is going to be phenomenal in this game. It really just comes down to that story to me, and that is what I want to learn more of before the game releases. Hopefully they release like an in-depth story trailer or a launch trailer that helps just get that flat out. What is the point of conflict in this game? That's what I want to learn. But other than that, let me know what you guys think of Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I think it's Heart of Chernobyl, right? I'm pretty sure it's Heart of Chernobyl. Down in the comments below. I'm personally really, really excited for this. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.